But what's up, man? There's a lot going on in the world. Y'all out here tripping. You know what I'm saying? Y'all out here really tripping. Um, Puff Daddy, let's start there. He's looking to come home. He's looking to get that appeal, what I mean, that he deserves. I don't think that he should have got 5 years. That's just my opinion. I don't feel like he should have got 5 years. Um, if they wasn't gonna give him nothing for him jumping on Cassie at the time, him and Cassie got into a fight. Relationships happen. People get into fights in relationships. He did it on camera. He got caught on camera. That's on him. But as far as him getting 5 years and he got acquitted on everything else, and then they try to hit him with a prostitution charge, that ain't right when they selling prostitution online. When they got OnlyFans, when they got all these different sites where you can go and look at women naked, you know what I'm saying, or buy sex, So I think that as far as that is concerned, he should have not went to jail for that. So shout out to Puff. Hopefully you make it home real soon, my guy. I was just watching the Sean G, so I wanted to piggyback off Sean G and what he was talking about because he's right. You know what I'm saying? You got people that I've always been a Puff Daddy fan. You know what I'm saying? I always been a Bad Boy fan. I like the movement. I like the music. You know what I'm saying? King Combs when he actually came to Cleveland for Summer Jam. You know what I mean? Real cool kid. You know what I mean? Follow me back. Share some of the stuff that I shared. You know what I mean? Things like that. Uh, so Puff might be on his way home. He gonna be touching down real soon. So y'all keep that same energy y'all had. Next is Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty. What I want to say is this: if you gon' rob the person that gave you millions of dollars, you might as well was just better off leaving them alone. You know what I'm saying? And it's coming up with your own name where you could drop music outside of the Pooh Shiesty name. Because at the end of the day, it's like, why do that? Why put yourself in a situation where you gonna go to jail for all these years? Why put yourself in a situation, Pooh Shiesty, why put yourself in a situation where you gonna put yourself in jail all these years, man? When you could have just simply fought him behind the scenes, because let's be honest, he did the song with Gorilla. So that's just saying F you, Gucci Mane. Because he's not rocking with Yo Gotti. Gucci Mane ain't rocking with Yo Gotti. So you saying automatically when you did something with Gorilla, when you did something with the opposition, we know that you're not rocking with Gucci like that. Okay, you're not rocking with Gucci like that. We know that you're not rocking with Gucci like that. What's up with it? We know that you're not rocking with Gucci like that. When you did the song with Gorilla, it shows that you was not rocking with Gucci Mane, right? All right, cool. You ain't rocking with me. But to rob me, I can see one thing, hold me at gunpoint, you know what I'm saying? What's good, y'all? Hold me at gunpoint, making me sign a contract. That's one thing. But to hold me at gunpoint, take my wedding ring, rob the rest of my crew, you come on, man. You doing too much. You ain't gotta do all that. You ain't gotta do all that. You ain't gotta do all that. You ain't gotta rob me for my wedding ring, my chains, all this stuff here. And now you got a case. Now you probably got a case. We ain't gonna say you got a case because everything that we saying on, you know what I'm saying. So now you got a possible case. You know what I'm saying that you could face, and it could be life. It could be something where it's up to life, 30 years, 40 years, whatever the judge want to give you because you a repeated offender. Pooh Shiesty. You a repeated offender. Come on, man. You gotta use your brain. You gotta use your brain up here. Your brain ain't working. Your brain not working. You got a mush for a brain. And your father was there. Your dad was there. Come on, dad. You could have talked him out of that. His father could have talked him out of that. But guess what? His father didn't talk him out of it. And now they all facing charges because the dad was there, Big 30, Pooh Shiesty, all these people was allegedly there. This is all alleged though. Because Gucci Man ain't really came out and said nothing about it. And I just feel like if you're gonna make a decision like that based on wanting to get out your contract, you could have did better. You could have did better. You did not have to rob this man for his wedding ring, the rest of his crew, all these people getting robbed. Like, come on, man. You just lost. You just put yourself back in the blender. Even if you ain't do it, Pooh Shiesty. Even if Pooh Shiesty didn't rob Gucci Man, you just put yourself back in the blender, bro. For no reason. When you could have you ain't even need all them folks. And like the man said, like I was watching some other podcasters, man. They like, yeah, Gucci is a person that'll let you out your contract. And Gucci probably would have let you out your contract. You wanted out, you probably would have had to pay a couple dollars. But for you to rob the man of his chain, rob his camera crew, man, it don't make no sense, bro. It don't. It's ridiculous. Like your dad, y'all weren't thinking. Y'all ain't think that all the way through. Y'all did not think this one all the way through, man. Comment, let me know if they thought that all the way through. Gucci Man, you come home. This the CEO. This your CEO. Now you already said F Gucci Man. We already noticed that when you did the music with Gorilla, which is Yo Gotti's artist, which is an op of Gucci Man. So we know that. We know that you're not really rocking with him. All right, you're not really rocking with him. So boom, you do the music with Gorilla. We know you ain't rocking with him. We know this. Gucci know this. He see this. Oh, he don't really want to be around me. Woo, woo, woo. But for you to go to rob the dude, for sure, Turkey. Good shout out to Turkey over there. Hey, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Show some love. Share this video. You know what I mean? Share this video, Top TV. You know, we always putting on for the culture. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that watches Top TV. I got a show tonight with Big Gang Super. So make sure y'all watch. Make sure y'all tune back in live here. You know what I'm saying? When I interview Big Gang Super, he gonna be coming in about an hour and a half, and we're gonna go live. We're gonna chop it up with Big Gang Super. But we talking about Gucci, man. We talking about Pooh Shiesty. You know what I'm saying? Pooh Shiesty, come on, man. Like you ain't thinking. You ain't thinking. Because if you was thinking, then you wouldn't be in this predicament. And if your parents was thinking, your father should have gave you the game. No, don't do that. Don't do that. So my thoughts on that is bad decision, not a good one. On the Iran and Trump and Russia. So people always scorn me because I'm an advocate of Trump. I ain't gonna say I'm an advocate of him, but I like some things that Trump do. I don't hate the man. I'm not a hater of him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a hater of Trump. But I'm not saying that he's an angel either. But at the same time, we supposed to be the world's security, United States of America. Now, whatever they got going on with the oil situation and Hamas and all of these things like that, you know, if they're going to stop us from getting natural resources where we've been getting natural resources all these years, and they've been laying in bed with us all these years, then yeah, it's gonna be a problem because I done did things in the past for you. As far as Iran is concerned, you know, y'all gotta play ball like we gotta play ball. It's not gonna be easy to try to work this guy because this guy is a different guy. He'd have been all around the country already. Before Trump became president, you got to remember he been all over the place. He's been to every country. This is a man who's been all over the country. You see what I'm saying? This is a man who got businesses all over the world, who's been all over the world. So you got to understand he's been talked to these higher ups. He done dealt with these higher ups before he was in power. He know how they is. So he putting the press game down. Trump is putting the press game down. You know what I'm saying? And he's not playing, and he's ready to push force upon anybody who opposes his situation. What the problem is, hold on. I don't know what this is. Yeah, I'm saying, do y'all think Trump wrong? Do y'all think he wrong for putting force on Iran, making Iran capitulate? If I'm the world government, am I wrong? Am I wrong for putting the press on these guys? I don't know, man. Because if I'm the president of the United States and I've been doing business and I gotta put the press down on you because you trying to out the American dollar and you don't want to support Americans and you got Iranians over here. You see what I'm saying? So you got all different cultures in America. So yes, we have to put the press on you. It's unfortunate that we got to do it how we do it, but I think that it's important that people know that we are the world's security. I don't know how it happened like that. I don't know why it happened like that, but for some reason, the United States is the security of the whole globe, the greater universe that we live in, which is the Earth, what we call Earth. The United States is the superpower of Earth. Then you got other superpowers like China. You got other superpowers like Russia. You got other superpowers, but the ultimate superpower that's the structure of this greater green earth has been given dominions over the world would be America. And we've seen that over and over again. Now, a lot of them will fight us and not let them come and let us come into their country like China, maybe like Russia. But I don't feel like Trump is wrong so much for his aggressiveness towards Iran if y'all gonna try to oust the American dollar and say, oh, well, we ain't taking the American dollar. No, y'all gotta take American dollar. Y'all gotta take American dollar. I'm sorry. Because when we was in the whole time for the last before his term when Obama was in office and when Joe Biden was in office, we lived in a matriarch society. It was not a patriarch society. So what we have now is a man that's in office, and we've been in a patriarch society almost 20. I mean, a matriarch society almost 20 years. We got away from that quick. We forgot that we've been in a patriarch society for almost however long presidencies been going on. Now for the last 20 years, we've been in a matriarch society where it was more feminine and, a lot of different femininity situations was going on. And a lot of, groups were getting justified relief because of their femininity. A lot of groups were feminine in the last 20 years of government. Now Trump is in office, is more patriotic, is more of a patriarch instead of a matriarch. We had a lot of matriarch during that time. And I'm not saying there's nothing, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with matriarch because my mother's a woman. I grew up with women. But what happened was it was always patriarch, which was men. And so since the men have so to speak, got back in power because the men had been out of power. Let's be honest. Men were out of power. They were out of power. Let's keep it real. Like, men for the last 20 years have not been in power. Let's be real. If you want to be honest, with Obama being in office, hey brother, how you doing? With Obama being in office, Joe Biden being in office, it was not a lot of men in power. It wasn't. We had a lot of men that were in power where it was more so of a womanly structure. Women campaign. We had a lot of women campaign. Now that Trump is in office, I'm from Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, United States of America. Now that Trump is in office, we have more of a patriarch society, a male society, a men's society. Like it's a man's world. You know what I'm saying? But it wouldn't be none without a woman or a girl, like James Brown said. But we got to understand that we have a real. What up, India? Shout out to India. Shout out to India. Shout out to my brothers in Bangladesh. Shout out to my main man, Avik in Bangladesh. You know what I'm saying? I work closely with a lot of people in Bangladesh. For years. I work with a lot of Bangladeshians. Yeah. I want to come to India too. I'm gonna be over there real soon. I'm gonna get my passport and I'm gonna make my way over to India. Yes, we will. You gotta be more consistent. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, y'all. Put some shed some light on this situation. So, like I was saying, we more in a matriarch instead of a patriarch. I mean, a more of a patriarch now instead of a matriarch. Where we was once in a matriarch society, where women ran basically they had been running it for a long time. For 20 years. For 20 years, they had their 20-year run. We seen if a woman could do her thing. They wanted women to have rights. They wanted women to they wanted women to have rights. They wanted women to do their thing. You know what I'm saying? And that lasted for however long it lasted. But now that's over with. Men is back in power, right? On to the next topic. Um, JPrince Jr. JPrince Jr. Shout out to JPrince Sr. Which I met, which was a nice stand-up, which was a stand-up individual. He came to Cleveland. I met him when I was producing the last show that I was with. Shout out to JPrince Sr. But the things that's going on with Junior, I don't like it. I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't like how Junior handling the I don't like how Junior handling your throne, man. I don't, man. He got a lot. It's too much nonsense with him. It's too much nonsense with the brother. Like, I'm not saying that he might not be a good dude, but what I'm saying is a lot of violence and nonsense is following him behind the Rap a Lot name. And the Rap a Lot name is a name that I respect and that I came up under. Listening to Scarface, listening to the Ghetto Boys, listening to JPrince on the records. You know what I mean? I really came up off that music. You know what I'm saying? Scarface was one of the great teachers of our era. You know what I'm saying? And for it to be tarnished and squandered away by senseless acts of violence where people get killed and shot and paralyzed is ridiculous. It is ridiculous and it needs to stop. Hip hop needs a makeover. Hip hop needs a makeover. Let's be real. Hip hop needs a makeover. Um, a lot of people been reigning supreme that's been in power for a long time.
And I'm not knocking you. If you've been in power and you've been doing your thing in power, then so be it. You in power. But when you start abusing power, that's when you need to get out of power. And I just feel like JPrince Jr. is flexing his power the wrong way. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's flexing his power extremely wrong. And he ain't gotta do that. Because you already in power. You ain't gotta do that. You ain't gotta do the unnecessary things you're doing. So my thing to y'all is at Rap a Lot, I think y'all need to have a sit down and see where y'all at with this thing. Because y'all got your hands in the pot of a lot of different situations. Y'all got your hands in the pot of boxing, land, oil, music. Yeah, y'all doing it. But you can't do it for long when unnecessary violence is constantly taking place. Now, when you gotta put force down, you gotta put force down. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Ain't nobody saying like, "Oh, you ain't gotta put for you." You know what I mean? When somebody opposing you, yeah, stand up, be a stand up man, be a stand up woman, do your thing. But to continuously cause nonsense is nonsense. And it eventually is going to lead you to a dead end. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all tune in tonight at 8 p.m. I got Big Gang Super in the building. Cleveland's West Side, Best Side, the best from the West coming through, and we're gonna chop it up with him about his new music, new projects, where he been at. So make sure y'all tap in. 8 p.m. We're gonna be going back live. So make sure y'all tune in.